Whether it's the Department of Defense that we were discussing a few minutes ago or some other federal agency, they're not expected to follow U.S. GAAP for their accounting methods, are they?
No. For any federal reporting, it's FASAB. Sets the standards, sets GAAP for federal government. The only time you would go back to commercial GAAP is if FASAB is silent on a particular issue.
Let's make sure we understand. Does FASAB produce a complete set of accounting standards that agencies can and should follow?
Well, Mike, they are, and FASAB is kind of taking GAAP and targeting for the federal government, for the federal environment, for what makes the financial statements or financial reports meaningful in the federal environment. And I think they're an important component. I don't think we talk about FASAB enough. With some of the challenges going on inside of DoD related to property, maybe the traditional accounting model for property doesn't really fit. FASAB has a role in that. They've been active in it, from the mindset of, okay, what makes sense for the financial statements? What allows the reader of a financial statement to get the information that they need? And they've had a seat at the table and have taken a very proactive role. And it's not just to large issues. That several times over the years, when GAAP or accounting was a little questionable, you could reach out to FASAB, you can talk to them, and they help you interpret, what the guidance says, what their intention was when they wrote certain rules. The government's unique. There's no way standards can be written anticipating every unique area that the federal government may have to come under. And if FASAB didn't intend for something to be included because they didn't consider it when they wrote the standard, maybe it makes more sense to go back to traditional GAAP and say, okay, well, FASAB didn't really intend to discuss this issue. Let's go back to GAAP, to commercial GAAP. On other occasions, they might say, okay, we didn't really think of this issue, but commercial GAAP doesn't really apply. Let us modify what we have. Let's do a new standard. Let's do an interpretation guide. Let's issue some clarification guidance to make it clear how we think a certain item should be accounted for inside of the federal government. And it's really helpful, and it really has been a collaborative process going forward, recognizing that the objective is to produce statements that are meaningful and fairly present the information. And I think FASAB is really part of the process and is going to help get everybody there to be able to produce those statements we just talked about being done and being audited at some point in the future.